What's up guys, welcome back to the video. Liam and I recently went to the Analog Photography Festival in Barrydale, which is a small town just 3 hours out of Cape Town, although somehow it took us closer to 5 hours to get there.
Black and white, so 120 black and white at 800T. What speeds do I have? Do you think I should take a gold or not?
You said exit 7, right?
Yeah.
Dude, that's exit 8 there.
We'll find it. It's a little bit further.
Tweedledee and Tweedledum decided not to use Google Maps to make it more of like a road trip type of vibe. If you faint first, and you have to grab the wheel, I'll grab the wheel.
After a few hours of driving, we of course had to stop for a cheeky Nando's along the way.
Feels like we've been driving for like way longer than 3.5 hours, bro.
We definitely have.
Yeah, it's taken us like 5 hours.
At last, we arrived at the gallery in Barrydale where the festival was taking place, and we managed to catch the last few people speaking about the workshops they'd be hosting the next day, as well as take a look at all the epic film cameras on display.
Dude, this is the camera I'm gonna buy. I'm gonna make the big
RV67.
give you updates on how the caravan is. I'm tired because the fucking mosquito kept me up. Yo, don't be so seductive. So seductive. We'll take some pictures. Yeah.
After grabbing breakfast and shooting a few Portra 400 frames around Barrydale, we head back to the gallery for the first workshop of the day, which was all about large format photography and shooting and developing paper negatives.
Oh, Kent man.
Yeah, thank you.
And then also shooting paper negatives, which will then process in this miniature darkroom.
Okay, cool. After the first workshop, we head down to the darkroom for the second workshop of the day, hosted by Nikolai, or as we like to call him, the Walter White of film.
You can't see me. Time is now.
Nikolai's a pretty cool guy, and he has his own range of film that he makes himself called Bromix, which I thought was a pretty dope name. His workshop showed us how to make 4x5 dry plates, where essentially we created a photosensitive liquid, like liquid film essentially, which we coated onto these glass plates and allowed to dry, and at the end of it you essentially have a 4x5 sheet of film that you can shoot through a large format camera.
How do you feel?
Crazy, bro.
That's crazy, bro.
That smell is thymol.
Along with the 4x5 glass plates, Nikolai uses the same technique to coat single 35mm pieces of film to be shot through regular 35mm cameras. So we actually got to shoot single frames of his homemade film through my Minolta SRT 101. Nikolai's goal is to bring back something that was lost with panchromatic film, or film that's sensitive to the full spectrum of light. So with his orthochromatic film, you can load it safely and watch your photos develop in the darkroom, which is really something special. Along with 35mm frames, Nikolai also does 120 single frames as well as 4x5 sheet frames. So I'll leave a link in the description to his Instagram and you can check him out there. Throughout the entire festival, I only shot like 16 photographs in total. I was just learning so much and trying to take all the information in, which was really cool. You know, I didn't really feel like I was missing out on anything because I was learning so much. After the Barrydale Analog Photography Festival, I was feeling super inspired to do some developing of my own. And seeing as Cape Film Supply was closing for the holidays, I decided to pick up some black and white developing essentials before they closed. I loaded my Minolta with a roll of F-Pan 400, which was kindly gifted to me by a local company called Crystal Film. Link in the description to check them out. I then shot the roll over a week or two with the plan of developing and scanning it myself at home. After some super easy and not at all frustrating fuck's sakes time in the darkroom, I finally got the film into the bucket. Well, most of it. Before any development could take place, I first had to mix the powdered developer, which said it needed to be dissolved in water that was 40 degrees Celsius. I didn't buy a thermometer, however, I did find a workaround. And there you have it, one unfrozen margarita. So basically this ID11 makes a liter, and this liter is referred to as stock because it's not mixed with water. But what you can actually do is, say for example I'm using 300 mils of ID11 developer to develop this one roll. What I can do is use 150 mils of this plus 150 mils of water, which just affects the development time a bit. Like I'd have to develop it, say, I don't know, twice as long or something like that. But I'm going to do it stock just because it's my first time doing it. I feel like that's going to be the best way to do it. So yeah, I'm just going to Google how long it takes to develop Fomapan 400 in ID11. Okay, so Fomapan 400 in Ilford ID11 stock at 20 degrees Celsius, which is what we're at now. It says it needs to go in for 7 to 8 minutes. Let's measure out the developer. And apparently you can keep and reuse the developer. So that's what this little bottle is for. Once I've developed it, I'm going to funnel it back into here. Timer starts now. So if you can't tell, this is my first time developing black and white film, and I have no idea how it's going to turn out, so we'll see. I feel like there's going to be a piece of the film that's sort of touching another piece of the film, and I feel like it won't really develop there. But if I can even get like a couple photos out of this, I'll be happy, to be honest. And I gotta rinse it 5 times under the tap. Cool, so the development in theory has stopped now. I've just rinsed it essentially 5 times with water. I was also told that the developing chemicals are alkaline, so basically adding like a drop of lemon juice to the water that you're rinsing it with can actually help sort of end that development process a little bit faster. I guess in theory it's now developed, so the last step is this over here, which is a fix bath, which is just Ilford Rapid Fixer. Oh, kind of smells like really strong vinegar. I'm just going to finish rinsing off the fixer over there, and then I'm going to use this squeegee over here, which I was told to keep super clean. And now for the moment of truth. Haha! Look at that! As it turns out, developing black and white film at home is easier than I thought. Anyway, here's a montage of me shooting that roll of film over the past 2 weeks. And there you have it. The past month has been full of epic film photography missions and experiments, and I've really learned a lot. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. It really helps to get my videos out there. And if you have any questions, drop me a comment and I'll be happy to answer there. And if you aren't already, subscribe to the channel for more film related content. See you in the next one.